studying about the plant tissues. Now we are going to understand the animal tissues in detail. Now let us understand with animal tissues. Animal tissues are of two types. The first one is the simple tissue that is made up of only one type of cell, and the other is the complex tissue which is made up of more than one type of cell. Under simple tissue it is further classified as the epithelial tissue, and under complex tissue it is made up of three types, that is the connective tissue, muscular tissue and the nervous tissue. CMN, that is the complex tissue, connective tissue, muscular tissue and nervous tissue. The first, that is the epithelial tissue, is of six types. The first is simple squamous epithelium, second is stratified squamous epithelium, third is columnar epithelium, fourth is ciliated columnar epithelium, fifth is cuboidal, and sixth is glandular epithelium cell. So how do we remember this? Simple squamous, stratified squamous, columnar, ciliated columnar, cuboidal and glandular. Whereas connective tissue is of seven types. You can remember this as B, bone, second is B, blood, C, cartilage, L, ligament, fifth, areolar, sixth, tendon and seventh, adipose. That is B, B, C, Lata, bone, blood, cartilage, ligament, areolar, tendon and the adipose tissue. Simple epithelial tissue, it consists of one type of cell. It is further classified, or the simple tissue you can say it's just simple one kind of cell, and then it is further classified as epithelial tissue. So let us see what are these epithelial tissue one by one. The cells of the epithelial tissue, they are tightly packed and they form a continuous sheet. Between these cells there is no gaps or there is no intercellular spaces. Okay, so generally these cells, they separate themselves from the basement tissue or the underlying tissue which is present outside the cell by a basement membrane. That is, you can see a layer by which they separate themselves from the outer cells. Okay, so these are the cells of epithelial tissue. So it is separated by this lining which is called as the extracellular fibrous basement membrane, the membrane which separates, which distinguishes the epithelial tissue from the other tissues which are present in the body of an animal. Epithelial tissue is present in the skin. It is present on the skin. It is also seen on the lining of mouth. Then you can also find this tissue on the lining of blood vessels. Then it is also seen in the alveoli of the lungs and the kidney tubules. The epithelial tissue forms a protective covering of the animal body. It acts as a barrier to keep the different systems of the body separate from each other. Since there are no gaps between this tissue, the permeability of the cell, it plays a very important role in regulating the exchange of material between the body and the external environment. Because the tissue is permeable, the things can go and come in because of this permeable nature of the membrane. First is the type of epithelial tissue is simple squamous epithelium. This is how the simple squamous epithelium looks like. These cells, they are extremely thin, flat and they form a delicate lining. This lining or these kind of cells, they are present in the lining of blood vessels. They are also present on the lung alveoli. Alveoli, that is the tiny air sacs. It is present in the esophagus, that is the food pipe, and the lining of mouth. So this is the location of the simple squamous epithelial cells. Okay, then the function of this cell is transportation of substance through selectively permeable membrane, that is the plasma membrane. After simple squamous epithelium, we have the stratified epithelium. In simple squamous, you found only a flat layer. Now you have the layers which are arranged in columns. Okay, in a pattern of layers, the tissue is arranged. So this is termed as stratified squamous. In this tissue, the cells are arranged to form a pattern of layers. It is present in the outer layer of skin. The main function is to protect the organs of the body and also to prevent the wear and tear of your skin. Suppose you get a mild cut or something, even sometimes if we don't apply any antiseptic, it gets cured. So the main function is to prevent the wear and tear of the skin, that is because of the stratified squamous epithelium. Are the columnar epithelium cells. These cells, as the name suggests, they are tall and they are arranged like pillars or columns. They are present in the inner lining of intestine. Generally, if you see the intestine, it has villi like structures or small finger like projections. Okay, they help in absorption of blood and they increase the surface area. So their main function is they secrete digestive enzymes and they perform the role of absorption of nutrients from the digested food. That is, when the food passes from your stomach to your small intestine, all the important nutrients are absorbed because of this kind of epithelial cells which are present in the villi of small intestine. Next is the ciliated columnar epithelial cells. The columnar cells having hair-like projections which are called as cilia. Generally, these kind of cells, they are seen in the respiratory tract. Now what they do is, because of the movement of this cilia, the mucus and the air, whatever is passing, it is getting cleared. It is a kind of filter system in our body. So it traps the air, it cleans the mucus and the dirt, whatever is there, it is trapped inside this cilia and the fresh air is pushed forward to clean the respiratory tract. So ciliated columnar epithelial cells, they play a very important role. Is the glandular epithelial cells. As the name suggests, glands, these are present generally at the certain point at the glands in our body. Sometimes a portion of epithelial cells, what happen, they are flat cells. So what they do, they fold inwards and they form a multicellular gland. This structure is what is called as the glandular epithelium cells. The main function of this cell is it performs the function of secreting substances like sweat, oil, mucus from the skin. Whatever liquid, that is the sweat, which is secreted, it is because our skin has sweat pores. Oil is coming out because we have oil glands. Mucus comes out from the nose. So all these things are there because we have glands located at a particular place.